Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a review of Lagunitas IPA. Did a little bit of a whole spiel. We're not in the world for that anymore. I feel I was doing that beginning of the channel. And you guys don't want a 9-minute review of this. So let's just dig into it. I'll give you a little bit more collected and complete kind of a consolidated kind of review of this guy. Beer comes in medium gold color. Last time I actually enjoyed this was about 6 years ago when Lagunitas actually sent this to me. Obviously, since then, I think they were sold to the corporate overlords by then. Yeah, Heineken already bought them out, at least partially or fully around then. Maybe. I think it might have happened after that. But anyway, this is their classic IPA, 6.2%. Wow, crazy. Beer comes in a pretty tiny for a solid West Coast IPA, right? That's pretty much almost on the upper echelon of American Pale Ale and actual American IPA. Beer comes in a medium gold color, a little bit of like light haze on that. Or not really, yeah, a little bit of light haze on that. Chill haze. Up front, I get a little bit of a candy mango, a little bit of like a light citrus character, but it's not really showing in the nose. This is extremely fresh, by the way. BOGO, Publix, they generally get fresh product. It is a month fresh. A little bit dank, a little bit sweet. Pretty flat on the nose. A little bit of like just candied citrus sweetness and tropical, little bit of tropical sweetness. Cheers. Yeah. Sort of what it smelled like. Just a lack is sort of the one word I can say about this beer. Or lacking. A little bit of like light clementine, light mango, light navel orange, candied, fruity, citrusy, tropical sweetness up front, but like a very gentle, right? For sure in the highlight, right? And then a little bit of like dankness going on. I get like the dankness, the hop character almost comes off like sometimes these beers come off the hops hit like these phenolic kind of flavors, phenolic like, not actually phenolic flavors, but for me it comes off a little bit like black Glad garbage bags, something like that. A little bit of that kind of character, not quite like, again, like phenols in Belgian beers. Sometimes you get like a nail polish remover, paint thinner, latex gloves, like full on plastic. This is a little bit of that kind of character. Yep. A little bit of like fruity sweetness, like grainy malt character to it. A relatively lean beer. A little bit like toasty, biscuity malt character to it. The beer is actually restrained on bitterness too, so it leans on like a medium bitterness. Again, the beer is actually pretty small. It's a 6.2 IPA, which is, again, on the lower end, right? Like, yeah, especially with the, before it was IBU wars. Now it's like ABV wars. Everybody's lifting up their ABVs because, like, this is the smallest guy. These are classic recipes. This and the Little Something Something 7.5. This is 6.2. But the other one of the other beers on the BOGO was like a 9% Maximus, right? Which I still have to review for you guys. But yeah, in general, this beer is just a little bit of crystal malt to it. It's lean, small, a little bit just like meh for like flavor character, especially when you advertise it for IPA. If you called it a pale ale, I would much prefer this. Like if you call it pale ale, I think it's actually okay to good. IPA, this is terrible. This is not a great IPA, or not a very good IPA. Sorry, it's not a good IPA at all. It's honestly a bad IPA. But I prefer to review what's a liquid in the glass. It's not great. It's not very good either. I will give it credit for being lean and mean for a 6.2 beer, but it just doesn't have enough like oomph to it. Oh, that's the other character. That's the other thing I was getting. There's a good amount of strawberry character. A lot of like ripe strawberries on this palette. I don't know why, but it's a lot of ripe strawberries. Yeah, that's the flavor I'm tasting. I told you to be a little bit shorter. I'm I'm fighting myself because, like, as a pale ale, this beer is pretty good. As a or this is not bad for a pale ale. For an IPA, it is terrible. But does it really matter where you categorize beers like that? On flavor, I'm just not super happy about it. It is a solid 82. Lagunitas IPA. Cheers later. If you're looking for IPA, don't look for this. You're gonna give if I had to rate it as an IPA, solid 70 something. Yeah. What's in the glass is fine. It's a clean, drinkable, a little bit of character to it, a little bit of complexity, a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of mango character, a little bit of danky dank kind of thing going on. Everything's a little bit just like very like shaved off, if that makes any sense. IPA, right? You want like peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Everything's been sanded down. This is a very like sanded down kind of like beginner kind of IPA experience. So if you, there you go. This is the beginner IPA I recommend. One of the, yeah. If you can get this fresh, great beginner IPA to recommend. Not too bitter, medium to medium minus bitterness, especially for an IPA. It's like medium, it's low bitterness if anything. But in general, bitterness on this guy. Medium. Until next time, cheers later.